Hi and welcome back to another devlog video where I show you the process of how I create a first-person action-adventure game with my main focus being the physics-based combat system and the uniquely random generated dungeons, places and locations. I again made a ton of progress to show you, and after I worked on all the small pieces for quite a while now, it is time to slowly bring them together. This time we will take a look at the provisional player home and the functional item shop. So get ready for some kicking ass new stuff and let's go! Really, what I have to show you today is a lot of stuff. Although the clip I have brought is not that long. Really, it's a lot of new content because we have the shop now, we have the player home, we can buy stuff, we can equip stuff, and we even have a saving system which you won't really notice, but it is there and it was quite a lot of work. So I think the best idea to start is to just take a look at the new footage, and then afterwards we can talk a little bit about all the new stuff. Okay, so here we are in the very basic shop. Of course it looks completely awful, just some boxes, okay? And what you can see here is actually the buy dialogue in action. So in this case this is an armor, and as you can see there is the icon, indicates the type of the thing you want to buy. Then below the name there is a short description, which I personally find pretty cool, that it tells you something about the equipment, about the item. And of course there's a button to add it to the cart or to just leave and take a look at another item. I personally really like the style of the shop, so that you can actually walk around, take a look at what you want to buy and just examine each item to see how good it is or what the description says. And really I think that whole system really feels like if you were shopping in an actual shop, you know? And what we see here, by the way, are the pets. Of course they will not be just like colorful boxes. Of course there will be like a cage or something where the animal is inside and you can then buy it. Okay, the next thing here is, after you put all your stuff in your cart, you go to the trader, you interact with him, and then you get this final purchase window you already know from the devlog episode where I showed the AI design. I think it looks really cool, although I think I will add some more comfort buttons or features in there, like sorting the items you have in your cart and stuff like that. It also looks a little bit too simple maybe, but as mentioned in the UI devlog video, I maybe will work again on the overall UI design, add some new graphics and stuff like that, that it just looks a little bit cooler. And yeah, that's it for the trader menu. Let's take a look at the player home. Actually, you just go through that door. Of course there will be a short loading screen normally or something like that, or a transition actually. And here we have the items we just bought in the equipment room. Of course, again, like red boxes and white ground and nothing very appealing here, okay? It's really just to create the systems. And here you also see the equipment tooltip in action. So there you can select the weapons, armors, your bow and stuff like that for your next adventure. And I think this is also a pretty immersive way of doing it, instead of just, I don't know, creating a menu or stuff like that, you know? A game which inspired me here actually was Fable 3, where you had, I think, something similar. You had this secret place, your hideout, and there you could select new weapons, you could change your outfit, and I really liked it in Fable 3, so I thought, hey, let's implement something similar to my game. And the last thing I have to show you is the travel map in action. So I thought it would be cool if the map is actually lying in your house, maybe at your desktop or something like that, and you can just interact with it and then select different places. And I actually already added some logic to the map, so it actually generates different places and also generates random names for the place. As you can see here, we have the Emerald Outpost, and another little info added is the threat level. So the threat level indicates how difficult the place is going to be, or the location is going to be, but also indicates how much loot you will find there. Okay, that's it for the footage so far, and I'm really excited how everything will look if I add actual models and assets to the player home, if I build a player home, if I add cool lighting, some after effects, some special effects, and that's going to be pretty cool. And I'm also looking forward to build the shop actually, and to add more weapons and not have like colorful boxes there instead of pets, for example. And as you can see, there are really so much more features and just stuff in there than in Bladequest, and it really becomes a pretty cool game. Of course, there are some small bugs to fix and everything looks completely horrible, but it still is kind of pre-alpha, okay? So don't complain about that stuff. Still, I would really like to know what you guys think about all the new mechanics, about the new features. What do you think about the travel map? What do you think about the shop system? Do you like it that it is so immersive? Or do you even think that it is immersive? What do you think about the idea of the equipment, that you have it actually in a storage room and it's getting displayed and you can select it? What do you think of the idea that as a player you can only take one equipment set? Like, you can choose an armor, you can choose a weapon and or a shield, depends on which weapon you take, because you can take a shield and a two-handed weapon, and of course you can select a pet and a ranged weapon. Do you like that you have to decide actually what weapon to take with you? I personally like it because of two reasons. First off, I think that really makes weapons feel more unique and personal, because you really have to think, which weapon do I take with me, and then you have to use it for a certain amount of time, and I think that gives you a feeling for the weapon really. Another thing I like that you just can choose one weapon is that it actually adds a tactical component to the gameplay, because you have to make yourself some thoughts. Okay, what do I take with me? Do I want to be the very fast assassin kind of guy? Do I want to be the tank kind of guy who has a huge, massive weapon? Or do I want to have a mixture of all of those? Do I want to take a pet with me with add some special abilities? Or do I want to take a pet with me which is just powerful, or which is fast, or which has a lot of health, and so on? So I really like the idea, and I most likely will not change it, but maybe you tell me, hey, this is completely bullshit, I have a much better idea. Then put it in the comments down below. And as always guys, if you like the content, make sure to subscribe. If you don't like it, just go to another channel, there are enough out there, you will find one. And don't forget my other series, Game Dev Artists, which I release every Friday. And last but not least guys, have a wonderful day, stay cool, and see you next time.